which is some really interesting, like, positive, negative play. Arms Factory just seems painful. I disagree. Like, if you have the stability to afford this, you can really stack up some strength on your units. But you've got to be very careful with the stability costs. America. +10 influence and resources being sold. +1 money generated from trade. Defense Agency. +2 combat for units adjacent. +2 influence per adjacent garrison. And then they get the lightning, which can attack anything, but requires nuclear and aluminium. Sweden has the stealth corvette. Research Institute is more science per district. Doesn't matter what kind of district, just district. And even more science. There's a +6 for research quarters. And all districts also produce more science. And all research is actually +9 per research quarter. Wow. And that stacks because you can get multiple research institutes per city. And it counts as an adjacency for research quarters. Man, I forgot just how much you can stack up that science with Sweden. Japan, 20% cheaper technologies, which is basically the equivalent to just 20% more science everywhere. Robotics lab is industry, gives you science for adjacent... Oh no, it just gives you science. Then for every adjacent district, doesn't matter what type, you get +3 industry and +3 science. And you get more industry for adjacent makers quarters, more science for adjacent research quarters. And it counts as a makers and research quarter. India, influence on territories. +10 money for number of territories within your sphere of influence. You get faith for population, faith for adjacent districts. Oh, what's Japan's special unit? Oh yes, the Ryzen, which is an early aeroplane. Pretty good early aeroplane. Peacekeepers. Bonus combat strength for every war declared upon their owner. So, not very good if you're the hostile nation, very good if you're the defensive nation. Egypt, +4 influence on emblematic districts, of which we have a fair number. Archaeological dig, +3 influence per adjacent district, doesn't matter what type, +3 influence for emblematic districts. So Egypt is super influential. Allied units gain combat strength against stronger attacking units. So free officers are going to be kind of like the Zulu special. China, +10 money on all cities. +7 money for number of attached territories. +3 influence for adjacent market quarters. They count as a hamlet because you get +4 workers. And they have the Guardian, which is an upgraded bombard. Significantly upgraded bombard. Well, no, it's an upgraded bombard's upgrade. Australia, +20 industry on all cities, but the strip mining complex is incredibly polluting. But it does have a whopping +50 industry for adjacent strategics. So definitely not something you place everywhere, but if you strategically place it, adjacent to strategics is really good. Is the free officer bonus for other units? Yeah, allied units gain combat strength when attacking stronger. So you basically need one free officer, and it boosts everyone else in that army. Interesting. So, here's what I'm thinking. We're winning. I don't think there's any way that anyone else is going to catch us, not in the next 48 turns. So I'm seriously considering an attack on Marbazir. And free officers would help with that, because he's almost certainly got better technology than we do. None of these civilizations produce food. That's true, because Marbazir's gone for the food. Yeah, he's gone Brazil, hasn't he? God damn it, Marbazir. He's just gone food, 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 food. In every era. And Turkey's gone food and science. It's a good combo. I actually really rate Turkey in this. So Australia would let us get more industry. It would also let us get the all-terrain PMV. China is money, which I don't think we need particularly. Egypt would give us the free officers, which would be good against stronger enemies. India is if we get attacked, which we're not. Sweden and Japan are kind of interchangeable. I think Sweden would be pure science, Whereas Japan comes with a bit of industry. Good for producing units quickly. America, I don't rate that highly, or the Soviets. Turkey are crazy OP in this, like they really need a balance pass. Hey, Bamboozle. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not at all surprised that the contemporary era nations and technologies are unbalanced, because they haven't had any open devs. At all. So we're going to do a new poll. And the question is going to be, which nation? Soviet's going to be on the list. Sweden's going to be on the list. Japan's going to be on the list. Egypt's going to be on the list. And Australia's going to be on the list. Because as the Australians, we can basically go full Germany on them. And say if we can't win, nobody else can either. So those are the options. Soviet, Sweden, Japan, Egypt, or Australia. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. This is a big one. That's the last era. Public schools are insane. Yeah, they massively, massively insane. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Public schools surrounded by research quarters give me like 1k science on that tile. Japanese building doesn't have adjacencies with research makers quarters specifically. They get it from any adjacent district as well as boosting all the makers quarters. Yeah, I mean, that is still an adjacency. It doesn't buff them, it buffs the thing that's adjacent. I know that Sweden was last time, but we are behind Marbazir in terms of tech. Sweden would allow us to catch him. What's the Soviet Union? Tanks. Cheap tanks. Yeah, I know the per adjacent is, but it's just buffed even more if you're adjacent to makers or science quarters. So it's both. It just means if it's adjacent to a science quarter, it gets +5 science. If it's adjacent to a maker's quarter, it's +5 industry. And if it's adjacent to another robotics lab, considering robotics labs counts as maker's quarters and research quarters, it's +5 to both. Oh, arms plants for everyone? +1 combat strength per weapon on a unit. Produces weapons. So it's for anyone that buys those weapons, I guess. Yeah, so anyone can buy the weapons off of the Soviets. That's interesting. Australia, really? That's by far the least interesting. Kalinicus, thank you very much for the 8,000 channel points. So Egypt came in last place with just 4%, Sweden came in 4th with 11, Soviet in 3rd with 19, and then Japan in 2nd with 32, but just clinching that is Australia with 35. Alright. We're ending the world again. We did that last time. Lots of industry. So, Knossos, what do I want you doing? You don't have a lot of makers. Oh no, I want you merging. That's what I want you doing. So you need to just keep on building stuff. And in fact, Knossos, you can get a lot of food production going. This is all rivers, and that's only food. Brusa, you can get another income. Solid income. So Barusa's going to be the king of money. Oh. Income. No, I'm not going to use the river ones for income. The food in the production's too valuable. But yeah, you're going to build up a whole bunch of money-making places, so we should probably upgrade your finance. 31 turns of Barusa money. And let's put you full money. Huzzah! Kalinicus, thank you very much for the gift subs. Very much appreciate that. Nobel Fiction, Jito, TFS Azrael, Huzzah! The Clotos, and Pseudo Deal Esp. Congratulations on the gifted subs. Courtesy of Kalinicus. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Huzzah! Just plant a few trees and the climate will be fine, maybe. Well, the problem is a tree reduces pollution globally by 20. The Australian strip mine increases pollution by 15 Huzzah! Every turn. The trees are only a one-off. And considering there's 4,000 pollution, that's a lot of trees. In fact, pollution per turn's already 130. Admittedly, it's not to the, 800s yet, like it was with Germany.
The human mind, creative, imaginative, and ingenious at turning every single human invention to its most violent end. We pray or hope, looking forward to a future which, with luck, will be counted in millennia, not in months. They hold a rather unique place in both geography and anthropology, the Australians, though I have been told that the correct pronunciation is actually Strine.
Oh, all of our walls are disappearing. Apparently Australia doesn't believe in walls. Line formation researched, and there we go, we've got the Alpini now. Though individual soldiers may feel exposed, the firepower massed by the line formation permits devastating volleys. And we have a builder star already, because apparently we build a lot. And there we go, we are now in first place with 2 of the Eurostars already unlocked. 1 builder one, and Australia are builders, and 1 population one. So if we've already got 2 and Marbazir's only got 4, 3 of those are definitely population. So what's that other 1 in? I doubt it. Maybe technology? It's more likely to be building.
I have a proposition for you. I think you'll like it.
He doesn't like the fact that I've caught him. At all. Okay, well, I think it is time to do some upgrades. 7,000. I mean, it's a big upgrade. Oh, actually, it's not that big an upgrade. Increase in 2 combat skill. Oh no, it's not. It's an increase in 4. What do they look like? Are they awesome? Yeah, they're alright. They don't have the crazy cool hats that the Italian musketeers have, though. I believe Australia's motto should be changed to "Strike the Earth, Australians." Yeah, I quite agree. Alright, well, I'm going to be strategic about how I use the Australian ability. And go strip mining! Oh, jeez. You can get 2 adjacent to that. Oh, and here. 75 production. That's quite a bit. Alright, let's get your production going, eh? Oh, you can claim the coal.
Constructing a strategy by constructing buildings? 12 builder stars say it's working.
That is my scene. Fortunately, I can't get to you yet. Why can't I build here? I'm not complaining, I'm just confused, because there's nothing adjacent to it. Oh, I think there is something there, it just hasn't shown up yet. Alright, science building there, then we basically need you to build one of those two. Probably that one. As a strip mine. And then Isanapura needs to build a strip mine. There. No. Count as a maker's quarter? Yes, you do. So there. Because then you get the bonus from the railway as well. And in fact, I can build one here too. Let's get those built first. And you can't do anything Sparta. That iron's too far away from you to really invest in that just yet. Oh, aluminium. Oh, aluminium. I'm going to be able to check to see what it is that the... what they called? Brazilians are getting. That's in Constantinople. That's a lot of production available too. Yeah, okay. Let's see what you're exploiting. Aluminium. So aluminium is a fairly early one. I mean, you are getting quite a lot of it. You don't have any oil at all. I mean, you're probably importing it. So where is aluminium? Here. Okay. Sipar. Sipar is super. You have copper down here. which I think is basically code for build me a maker's quarter there. And then we will return. Bottom right of brown. Oh, there is... yeah, that's in my territory. I don't see that they are actually exploiting any, though. That's what I meant. They don't have any oil. And the Zulu are buying my coal supplies. And you go ahead and plant a outpost over here. So this is still not being claimed. I don't think that this has been claimed either. However, that's in the middle of my land. So I really don't want somebody else stealing it. Propeller, here we go. Revolutionizing seafaring vessels. Ships need no longer travel at the whims of the wind and current. So the city that's building ships, which was you. Can now instead start building ironclads. Awesome.
Perhaps we have some common ground.
So they have a grievance. I do not have any. So if I did go to war with Brazil, it would have to be a surprise war, and I don't think that would be conducive to me. I need to think of a way of manufacturing a grievance against Marbazir. Oh yeah, they do. Constantinople is going to be such a polluted place. Oh, Marbazir's got 5. Production, we're not that far away from... Sipar, you just finished the Maker's Quarter down here so that we could build the strip mine here and the train station here. Oh, which leads nicely to the harbour, in fact. Good positioning then.
"30 market quarters? Are you going to start building houses with gold bricks?"
Well, I might start. 5,400 science, which is a good amount of science. You have reached over here. I'm actually going to go for the population growth for this place rather than production, because I'm not actually populating or building cities in any of these locations just yet. Rome. Rome finished its railway and its strip mine. So Rome's industry is now booming. What's your population? 37. You're actually reached your population limit, so we need to expand that somehow. I think it's time that we start to radically improve this region. We could either have you making money or production. You are very much a production center. So let's go and put some makers' quarters down over here. How's your food production? Food production's alright. I mean, if it came down to it, we could actually add this place to Rome, and I actually kind of like that idea. Because this is going to open up a huge area of food, which is going to let Rome grow substantially. And Rome very much is now the coastal realm. So we may want to add these to Bursa or to Constantinople. 2,300 or 3,100. I mean, they're not completely unaffordable. Although I'm still trying to save up for Babylon to absorb Thebes. Actually, probably Sippar. Or Mycene. Which is still going to require a substantial investment in terms of influence. Thebes has a lot less infrastructure than Babylon, I think. Yeah. Oh, that allows access to the Academy of the Arts, which is influence for research quarters. It doesn't just give them to you. Okay, that makes more sense. I actually quite like that buildings are available through civics. That's an interesting idea. They need to do that more. Speaking of civics, we could also pick more. Influence and makers' quarters would be good. Additional farmer slots and farmers' quarters would also be really good, and in fact I like that one more.
National control of vital products and resources, paradoxically, could provide more freedom and autonomy.
Because what that's going to allow is more farmers, which also means more population generally. Yeah, we have loads of farmer slots now. And I think generally I want to be producing about 100 food.